bit. Like it was
today.
crazy. So many people are like out and about now without their masks and stuff. It's starting to feel a lot more normal.
And we're live. Yeah. On that note of feeling more normal, can I read you guys a news article because that I found today.
Sure.
As a topic.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm not gonna read you guys a whole news article, but I'm gonna. When will it end? It's a news article on Reuters about some scientists, University of Washington disease expert, and other scientists are worried about the growing number of variants and think that they think that their most recent estimate of like when life will return to normal is March 2022.
Damn. Okay.
So one more year.
But there was a John Hopkins one that said we would reach herd immunity by April.
Yeah, I think I think it's mostly like they're nervous about like a bad strain coming up.
You're right, a bad strain.
Like with how fast it's mutating, with how many like variants there are and stuff. It just sounds like they're just like worried that it's like gonna be like the new flu where it just keeps like it just stays in the population because it's gonna keep mutating.
Here's the thing though, so far all the variants, the vaccine
seems working so far. Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously it mutates very fast. Yeah. So
with the amount of infections,
But look, here's the thing, right? I mean, this thing is so similar to the flu. If that happens, we're gonna remain in lockdown?
No, it's just gonna become the flu.
I don't think that's happening.
It's gonna become the flu. It's gonna be the new flu, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like flu deadly 0.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
flu
I think
electric boogaloo.
Exactly. Another like big thing about it is like people like talk about the like it's just so funny, like people talk about the vaccine and herd immunity and all this stuff, and it's like my aunt, who is also like a boomer, she was like talking about it and just like listening to this shit. I was like, vaccines don't make you immune to the virus.
Right.
Just like first things first, let's just establish a couple of like ground rules. Getting vaccinated, like I have a tetanus shot. I get mine every 10 years.
I think it's 10
and
years.
I am still very much susceptible to tetanus. My body has a stronger immunity, so it's just less likely.
The immune response is going to be stronger too.
Well, look at flu shots. I think that's the gold standard of that rule, right?
What's crazy to me is what's crazy to me is how much more like the current vaccines that are being rolled out. They're way more efficient than flu vaccines are, and they were made in like record time. That's kind of crazy to me. And I think I think we'll keep getting better at it. We'll keep getting better at like I saw them talking about like with new variants mutating, like they can like do boosters that are gonna like, oh, okay, now you're resistant to this. Like there's like options there.
What's really cool is by the end of this month, we're gonna have enough vaccines for every adult in the U.S.
Thank God.
The end of this month, wasn't it May? What he said?
Yeah, I heard.
Or was it May?
March.
I think they were
end of May. End of May. Next May.
Yeah.
Or 2 more months. 3 more months.
Oh, I was gonna say. Whole year.
Yeah, I was expecting mine. Like, I was expecting to get my shot like sometime in like June or July, but that's good if it's like May now.
Yeah, that's hella dope.
Very good. Yeah.
Zaven, I have one question for you.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh duel disc?
No, you have to say, I challenge you to a duel.
The Shadow Realm? I don't know. It's been a minute since Yu-Gi-Oh.
Me neither.
What?
Me neither, but I went and made a tier list though.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
No, it's the arm thing. It's the arm thing.
Like the little like the
like
who's why am I blanking on name? Yeah, not Yugi, but
Kaiba.
Kaiba. I like Kaibas. Yeah.
Kaiba.
Yeah.
He's
classic.
I don't know. We're doing a tier list to start off.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing a tier. That's our new thing, dude. We do tier list now.
Let's watch this.
Yeah, a little tier list starter. Appetizer.
Yeah. An appetizer. All right. First one up is the classic dual disc.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite. I like how it looks. S tier as fuck.
Yeah.
No debate.
But
it's got like it's got like that like kind of arm blade style.
I mean, it's just like
kind of. You have to stream your desktop.
How can you beat that? You know.
Lame. Does that just happen for you, Micah?
No, I think it's like when you like drag it in, like it's acting like it's multiple windows. Like I have to do the same thing with Ableton, where like it doesn't know like plugin or like your like it can't tell the difference between like
It's lame.
extra windows
I like
of the same
I
app.
like looking at you guys when I talk. All right, and the rest of these dual discs, I don't know. I don't know what they're called. That's like the tried and true one. There's this
I'll
one.
try my hardest.
Is that cardboard? Is that a homemade dual disc?
It's just
Yeah,
I don't know.
it looks cool though. I kind of like it.
Look at B tier.
It's like average for me. I
May
put
C?
C tier.
C
Like,
tier?
I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
It's good effort.
Yeah,
Like if you couldn't
it's an
afford
interesting concept.
if you can't afford a dual disc, like that person did a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with you guys, but maybe we'll bump it up.
Do you like
later.
it a lot?
I mean,
I guess we haven't seen the other ones yet, so we don't really know.
I could negotiate a low B tier.
Yeah, we'll have to see though. At the end, we'll kind of rearrange. We'll negotiate some more.
Okay.
Listen, I don't like it. It comes off as flimsy to me. Like I don't want my cards sitting on something flimsy.
It's worse than the card, the
I
cardboard.
think it's also like
the
presentation, right? Like you don't see the arm. It's on like some wood table. There's like a glare in the top left corner. It just looks lazy. It just looks like I don't want this.
Can that support? Is that gonna? Are my cards safe in that?
Right.
I don't feel like they are.
I don't feel like my arm's safe in that. You know, like.
Yeah, it's gonna like pincer trap that shit.
Yeah.
Like this one and the one we just did. Those are the Yu-Gi-Oh GX ones.
Well,
are these the same? They're the same thing.
Yes, they are. It's the same one.
The cardboard one looks cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the coloring on it.
This one's an F tier for me.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
Yeah, I think I might dislike some other ones more.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen them all yet. That's why
if you show up in that, you're going straight to the Shadow Realm.
Done.
Yeah.
Canceled, dude.
Got this one.
You know,
so,
which was this one, Kyle?
Yeah, that one. That's from. I'm pretty sure that one is from the first season. Still, that's the. That's the.
Like, pull it out.
It's the fuck. The like dark. No, the chaos one. I think those are the chaos dual discs used by like
chaos
the weird, like,
I was gonna say chaos control. Yeah.
Chaos control.
I kind
of like.
I like it.
The writing.
I fuck with that.
I
like how
icy vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like that's like near the end of the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think.
Yeah, it's like a lot of utility.
Like a
it's dragon themed. It's dragon themed.
Oh.
Yeah, I wear it.
All right. I mean, B or A? What are you guys feeling?
I'd go B. I like how it's.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an A. But
I think it's quite there either.
I think it's a B.
Boom. This is a fan made one. I grabbed a few of these.
To
see how they stack up.
I really fuck with it.
So it extends outwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little more portable.
It's like the straight edge version of the classic.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I like the center orb sort of thing.
Isn't that the same as the center orb on the ugly one though? Or is it a little better?
Same
concept.
Look at that. The same center.
But I'm assuming that when they make this in real life, it looks like that, you know? Like it's not.
Sure.
This doesn't look that flimsy to me. As flimsy as the other one.
That's true.
Well,
yeah, this one looks solid.
I don't know about that because like in this one, like you can see that like it collapses. So like when it's extended, like the part that has 3 squares is or 3 slots is now hollow. But more importantly, it's like if you want the 2 surfaces to be like on the like because on the very first one they're all on the same like surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all on the same level.
It'll be like a small little drop because like they have to be like a slightly different. But the thing is like the more you like decrease how like big this drop off is, the more flimsy the like the thinner the walls are on the 3 slotted side, and so it becomes more flimsy if you want to reduce that gap, or if you don't care about the gap, then you can make them still pretty sturdy. So that's something to realize.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a pretty solid one. I think it's an A for me personally.
I think it's an A for
I
me,
think it's cool though. I think it's tight.
I fuck with this one.
I think B, but I'm okay with A.
You okay with A? All
Yeah.
right.
Low A. Low A.
Which one did I? What's going on? My Photoshop froze.
Oh no.
We love that.
Same boat.
My layers like menu is fucked.
Did it crash?
No? For some reason, it just shot out there. It's not like clicking on any of my layers right now.
That's odd.
Yeah.
This is pissing me off. Okay, we cancel that. There we go. There we go. We're back.
Boom.
Boom, right in A. Next up.
See, this to me, this is an F tier.
It's pretty easy. And I might bump up this lower one up to E.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Looking at it.
Like this is just
gross. And it doesn't seem to fold at all.
I think the
like,
color isn't bad, and like the arm thing, they're kind of going for like a beetle look maybe, and I feel like the execution is poor. I think there's a concept like you could
don't like
turn
how
this.
The cards are separated like
Agree,
that.
Yeah.
It's weird. You have like 2 and then like 3. It's just weirdly chunked, I think.
Yeah, this looks like it's a fan made version of just like a rendition of the one from the next one, like the after season 2, 5Ds.
Yeah, you know what it looks like? It looks like they put a styrofoam football and then shoved like a toy scythe in the styrofoam
into the side. Yeah,
it really does look like that actually.
Yeah.
I don't like hollowed out the football. I don't know. I just don't like this one overall.
Yeah.
I don't like how it's like one unit. Like there's one arm that connects all 5 slots to the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not like traditional dual disc style, and that I'm personally not a fan.
No.
This is bumping up the. This is bumping up with the other one.
GX one,
yeah.
Yeah, this one goes up a tier.
I agree.
For sure. Compared to that.
Fuck, dude, you're throwing some curveballs at me right now.
I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I don't.
Like, I'm well versed in Yu-Gi-Oh, but not 100%.
Can the cards even fit on it?
Where the fuck do the cards go?
I can see how they can go on like the first 4, but the 5th one looks like it's not going to fit a card. Like the card's going to be like sticking it out a little bit, you know? Like
it's stylish.
It's going to be like this.
I'll give it that.
It's interesting.
It screams dragon deck.
Yeah, there's no functionality though.
Definitely makes me think of Blue Eyes.
Micah, there's no such thing about like you don't talk about function.
No, you can't put the cards on it. On the last one, that last one, you literally, I don't think you could fit a card on there. Like the card, I mean, you could, but like the cards would be like hanging off, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I didn't think you could fit a card on this one. Look at that.
Yes,
what doesn't it go in the blue?
I'm going D tier, man. You show up to this and like all your cards slip off.
Yeah, I'd probably just go C tier on this, so I don't mind a D.
C, yeah. D. I'm gonna say D then. Yeah.
I think that dual disc is from the 2nd season. I think it was used by like the alien guy, but I'm not sure. That one I don't know. I could totally be wrong on that, so I won't try and like.
This is like GX one.
Now,
but it's just different enough to I think stand out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that it looks like the ball, like the joint between the 2 and the 3 cards is like inverted in.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I love that.
Like makes me think of like a mech, you know, or like I don't know, like Mega Man vibes almost. Like
Mega Man. I like this one.
Yeah.
If I had to give this one a rating myself, it would be at least B tier, maybe A.
Oh, what am I on about? No, yeah,
Oh.
I like those a lot. Those are the ones from like the GX, like that's like all the little like school, like the little Hogwarts style schools. There's like a red, a yellow, and a blue one.
Yeah.
So I dig those. Those are like standard issue.
I think I'm similar with you, Kendall. Probably high B, low A.
I agree.
Yeah.
What would you guys say then between the two?
I would do B as for right now.
Yeah.
For right now, cool.
And also a quick correction: the one we put in D tier is actually used by Kaiba Man.
It is done by
in
Kaiba
the
Man.
second season, yeah.
All right, that's the last one. This one he's has a picture of the character using it, and I kind of fuck with it. Actually, gives me King Ghidorah vibes.
It does, yeah.
Actually,
I like.
You know what? It kind of looks like a pterodactyl, just straight up.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Like
straight up. Yeah.
Like a hieroglyphic pterodactyl or some shit.
Yeah,
and like I like where your arm goes. It's really it's like not bulky at all. So it's like really easy to wear.
I like when the card slots are all the same size.
Yeah, I know, and they're like super secure, you know. I don't know. Yeah, it just seems lightweight and versatile, and I want to give it an A personally. I don't know about you guys.
I agree. I think an A tier.
Yeah, I kind of like.
I'd say B, but I'm fine with an A. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go B. I'm a little confused as to. I mean, I think I know where like the graveyard slot is, but I
the
feel
graveyard's
like
right here.
Secure. Yeah,
right.
I don't feel like it's as secure as the other ones.
Wouldn't it like suck it in though? Isn't that typically how the graveyard works? It like ka-chink.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it in terms of like real life, and usually there's like some sort of spring mechanism on top that like pushes the cards down, but there's no roof to this.
Did anyone ever like play with those in real life?
I played with the OG one.
Was it fun, or was it easier to just play on a table?
It was way easier to play on a table.
Yeah, it was easier on a table, but it was actually like legit.
What happens if you like show up to the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament with a dual disc?
I mean,
I don't know.
Are they gonna like let you play on it?
But I mean, no, there's probably like official standardized rules. Hold up, Kendall.
I'll settle with B tier.
Let me find I'm trying to find a good picture of like the folded one, like this, because this highlights the issue I had with which one? The red one we put in F tier, the one because it doesn't fold. Because where is it, dude? Yo, Google Images is bad sometimes. Sometimes
it is.
Take it back, Google. Please don't ban me.
Don't do it, Google.
All right, guys. Yeah. Did anyone see the SpaceX missile successfully land and then blow up?
No.
Yeah.
Classic, really.
It's pretty amazing. So they like launched a missile up and it goes all the way up and then like they managed to like tilt it horizontally and then it's coming back down and then like right when it's about to hit the ground it like shifts back to standing up. And then it comes down and it lands and then afterwards it lights on fire and explodes.
Still, that's a huge step though.
Yeah, that's a huge step. But dude, imagine how frustrating that is. Like to be like, oh, we did it, we got it back on the ground. Like, because that's like the big thing is like with space technology, we're always like losing it after launch. Like you don't get it back, and they're like, we landed it, and then there was a leak of like petroleum or something.
Classic, dude.
I love how like such small things like lead to these explosions. Like, what was it for the Challenger? It was like this like tiny little ring.
Like a small O-ring,
Yeah, a small O-ring used to like secure something, and that's what led to that explosion. Like just a small, tiny little piece just leads to like the ultimate failure of these great devices.
I mean, like it's crazy. Like the kinds of like propulsion devices used, like rocket propulsion is like way different than like traditional like engine combustion or like turbine stuff.
Yeah.
And like there's such crazy high pressures and crazy high temperatures that as soon as there's like everything has to be so secure because it wants to leave through like the path of least resistance, obviously. And if there's like a small crack, it'll just rush through it all. And then once it has an opening, it just expands like crazy and then it blows up.
Hey, gravity's a bitch, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If only we lived on Mars, less dense atmosphere.
Bro,
I'm showing this
on Mars, you're gonna get cancer.
I'm showing this stream the explosion. If you guys want to see it, I'll link you a timestamp.
Hell yes, please. I was trying to find one, and then it showed them landing, and then didn't show. It like cut to like some text, and I'm like, no, I want to see it.
Oh shit. For some reason it's not letting me see the chat on Discord. It's insane.
Damn.
Like it goes from like a whole rocket to nothing so fast. Here, let me see if that fixed it now.
Oh shit! Are we on episode 19 or 20?
19.
19.
Us was 18.
Almost the big 2-0.
Here you go.
It's-
Here's it. Oh wait, there's no timestamp there.
Damn, dude, it's 19 weeks of this.
So yeah, check this out. Here's the timestamped link.
Dude,
And
I gotta find my dual disc.
Yeah, I saw this. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty
'Cause
crazy.
the one before this one landed and exploded on impact. So this is a step forward.
Yeah. Yo, it's crazy to me that it's like privatized though. Like
Yeah, it really is crazy.
Space
I feel
travel is
like I always feel like government stuff would.
yeah, and it's like private and public collaboration. But I don't know. I don't like it.
Isn't Jeff Bezos doing space shit too?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
Blue Origin.
Dude, the rich guys are just wanting to get off of Earth, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they know.
They're going to
They
New Zealand.
know.
They're going to New
They
Zealand.
know that they fucked it, so they're like, hey, let's get the hell out of this place.
They're going to
Let's
New
leave the
Zealand
war,
until
go.
they can get to Mars.
Yep.
Did you know that I saw Gabe Newell's like joined in with all the billionaires buying land and living in New Zealand?
Oh my god.
You just want to own a piece of a country, a small piece.
Yeah.
Small loan.
Small loan of $1 million,
But-
baby.
Small
That
load,
must
$1 million.
really like be frustrating to get it so close.
Yeah.
But also
Well, like,
exciting
they
to get
waited
it
for a
that
little bit.
close.
Like,
They
dude,
like showed
reusable
there for a couple
spaceships.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Though I watched the
Reusable
like flight. It was
spaceships.
pretty impressive. Like
It's
the
really
maneuvers
crazy.
they're getting it to do.
The way it lands, like comes in horizontal and just
Yeah. Yeah.
just
just-
perfectly.
But here's the
Even-
thing, though.
even
Like,
the last
the
one.
amount of times they fail, like, just to get closer and closer must be so much more satisfying. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you're working with a
It's
completely
literal
different
rocket
design.
science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to get the
Damn,
same to
son.
land.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. I fuck with it. You know, I'm just hoping we can get to like the point. Like, I don't know. I just hope like I live to see like humanity do a little bit of cool space stuff. You know,
Right.
like imagine how cool it'd be if we use these like reusable rocket ships to go mine materials from the asteroid field.
Like we missed the
you
moon.
know,
We missed the moon landing.
Are we still going back there?
Like,
yeah, we're going back in
No.
2024. The Artemis project. We're
Is it
I
setting
mean,
up
yeah,
base-
like just planning on it, but I don't really see.
Do you think
a
it's
huge
gonna,
point
like-
to it.
They're gonna pull it off in time.
I don't think so.
2024?
I don't know.
Because the whole reason we were supposed to get there in 2024 was it had to do with Trump, because it was Trump's Space Force, right? So it was like an election thing. It was like, we're gonna get to the moon in 2024, Space Force. That's what we're gonna do. I don't
Project
know if
Artemis.
we're getting there now. And I don't even know if like he got reelected, that would be a priority. You know,
Dude,
I don't
it's-
know why.
I do agree. Like,
everything
why
it's-
have a colony on the moon?
The Moon
Oh.
Project.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
The Moon Project is also public-private partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should work
Does
more on
NASA?
deep
Why
space travel.
does NASA exist anymore?
I mean, technically, but
Yeah,
the amount of funding is
Or is NASA just like I wonder how much NASA's bringing to the table versus the companies.
oh,
well, what do you mean? Like
Like
they have
they-
to like get
they
the
landed
funds,
that
with like the
crazy
SpaceX
drone.
NASA like how does that partnership work?
I mean, like, so NASA is a government entity, and so like it has a budget, right? But the budget needs to be allocated. Like, it's part of your tax dollars. So like
Yeah.
whatever you value in your community, that's what you want your tax dollars to go to.
Yeah.
And so like NASA is just like, it was only really high on the list before because it was just to show that like we were superior to communism, when like the only
Right.
achievement we got first was people on the moon, but everything else was the Soviet Union.
and then there was
But,
the whole
like-
like Space War thing with the Reagan years. But then, once
Yeah.
the Cold War ended, it's like, oh, why do we need to go to space?
Like, there isn't like a big incentive, but like people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, like they have so much stupid money that it's just like we
a
can do
hobby.
this, and like, yeah, we can just like.
I think Elon, he's like genuinely interested. Whereas like Bezos, I think he's like, oh, what do I spend my money on? I don't really take him for like a guy who wants to like, like bring all of these discoveries to the next generation. Whereas like Elon Musk, I think there's an argument. Like he's a genuinely smart guy.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Well, like in some cases, I mean, the way he talks, you don't hear Jeff Bezos talking like that, right?
But
like,
I think they're pretty similar,
level.
To be honest. They're good businessmen.
Really, I don't. The way they both look, I'm not giving Elon Musk too much credit here. I'm just saying, at least he seems smarter than Bezos, whereas Bezos is like typical rich dude who's just like, what do I spend money on?
I mean,
Elon Musk is very charismatic. I think he's very charismatic.
I think Elon Musk wants to like present himself as that. He wants to be like Tony Stark. I think that's kind of like what he's going for.
Vibe.
But like he's not an engineer. Like he's not like doing all that.
Right.
Like he bought Tesla and it worked out, and then he had money to do like he's just. Huh? I'm live, but what? What he did buy Tesla.
Yo, what? So and so like first of all, he attended university in Canada to dodge the mandatory military service in South Africa.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone.
But also, he has a Bachelor of Science in economics, which I don't understand, and then a Bachelor of Arts in physics. So he is. I mean, I don't know if he's taken like the FE or the PE exam. And like, I don't know if he's a licensed engineer or not, but I mean, like the dude like does a really good job of employing very, very smart people,
and that is
like,
a skill.
He has on his team who have like crazy track records.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of just like dishonest sometimes when he gets like all this credit, and like you can make the argument that like it's his like quote unquote vision, which I mean that does have a degree of merit, but it's like people often forget like the crazy shit that's happening. It's like he has like top tier engineers that he's like selected to do this crazy work.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I agree. I think he gets way too much credit. I'm just saying,
agreed.
Compared to the average billionaire, I think he seems a little bit smarter. That's just me though. I don't really spend too much time on Elon. And I'm an Elon fanboy, so
Elon stands are funny.
Be wrong. Yeah.
I will be definitely more. I don't dislike Elon Musk by any stretch. The only thing that I wish he would talk more about, or just like I feel like he's doing like a lot with like talking about renewable energy and how important it is. That's good, and like how he wants to do all these cool things. Like I'm totally down for that, and I really dig that. But I really want him to speak on like where like I know like Teslas are made in the US, which is good, but I really want him to like disclose or just talk about where he sources materials, especially for like all the batteries for his stuff. Yeah, because like traditionally these are like very unethically sourced from South America and Africa. So like if he's like if he's like capitalizing on that, I think that's like very morally wrong, and like it's just a abuse of power. But like he wouldn't be the only one who does it, so he's not like alone in that. But if he like, I feel like if he made like a good push to do it like American made, like ethically sourced, I think that he could like step this up a whole another degree.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the big question with the push for renewables, though. You're going to have a lot of companies like, you're going to have corporations like Tesla and such that are going to try to get all these resources. And let's be honest, they're not going to all go for the ethical, if any, option.
That's never how it happens.
Yeah, I don't think Biden's going to put too much pressure on them either. So.
No.
Yeah, the thing is like it's hard because like we don't see it. We see classism in America way more like frequently than we do like like we see the quote unquote effects of capitalism here, and it's like, it's bad, but like we never see the consequences of like our prosperity, like how it affects other places around the world.
Like the moral like negative on the world that this device has is like
and there are people that are like, oh, the new iPhone like XXX Plus just came out. I gotta get that one. I mean, I just got my other phone like last year, but clearly I gotta get the better one, right? This constant
insanity.
Just throw them away.
Materials, it's bad.
This is just what we were talking about last night, huh, Kyle? It's just like the fucking impact of living in prosperity is fucking wild.
Yeah, and living in a developed country is a lot.
Yeah.
No,
I watched this video documentary about how the suburbs killed America.
100%. Yeah.
It was beautiful, and they go into all these different points from a transportation level, a health level, from an environmental level, from an economic level, and you can compare it to Europe, right, where it's like urban and then rural. That's all it is. It's one of the two. It's either city or farmland, rural place, where it's like a lot of America, suburb, and we just keep building these suburbs, and then they just keep dying. And how like they're saying 80% of the national budget would go to infrastructure. That's how fucked our infrastructure. It's because
our infrastructure has been like crumbling since like the 60s. Also, like there's just been no investments. I really hate those like
short-term profits out here.
Just like the cookie cutter houses that like pop up now, like
it's
everywhere. Like whenever there's an open field, like you look there 1 month open field, 3 months later, and it's just like they're like all the same, like exactly like
the amount that we've all seen growing up in Boulder, in Lafayette. It's like the amount of change is ridiculous, and it's only going to get worse.
I mean, one of the biggest issues with it is the cul-de-sac.
Yep.
The idea of the cul-de-sac is like
it's so dumb.
So it blocks off so much land. It makes expansion hard. It's terrible.
These mazes.
Why? Why is the cul-de-sac? Why did that become?
These mazes of mediocrity.
Because that's the American dream, baby.
Huh?
Yeah,
it's short-term thinking. It's short-term thinking. It's like, like everyone's done, make it a loop. So just seal it up.
Give me a square. Give me a square lot. Give me a square lot.
Yeah,
instead of like a
house on the end. Or else you would have like they buy land, right? Like you buy like a plot of land as like a if you want to build buildings on it. And so for all the land that you put a house on is land you pay for but you don't profit from.
Yeah.
And so like you have this land and you could have this like a square lot, and I mean it would be like it'd be equally as bad because like the houses like come along and then there would be houses back here.
Right.
And so
but like couldn't you like further. It would be like
it can be curved or square. It doesn't matter. It's like
like a grid system where it's just like blocks, like everything's like a grid, and like it's just like
that's just a city, my friend. That's the city system.
Yeah,
that's why
end roads.
What makes
that's the problem? Cul-de-sacs end roads, and you can't continue it ever again.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying like you would just I guess don't build it like that.
Well,
you could build it and just not put houses on the end of it.
Exactly. That's crazy.
That same documentary I watched, they talked about how cul-de-sacs, like if you look at schools, right, transportation to schools and like concentrations of schools in an area, right? Cities, it's a grid system, so you can create a lot more schools, and that way people aren't coming from one side of the city to get to the school. Whereas like suburbs, because of these cul-de-sacs, it's like you have someone coming from one side of the county to get to one or two schools. Like that's just the design is so flawed, and it's exactly like kind of said. It's just like it was just a temporary idea. It was the short-term idea. Oh yeah, this makes sense. Just do it. Not planned at all.
It's funny that you say that because me and Kyle were talking a lot about transportation last night. Like, remember the Great American Railroad that we just like built all the way across America and then we just never used again?
Yep.
Yeah, I think railroads are underutilized.
Yeah.
I want bullet trains here.
Imagine
bullet trains are
cars.
Like the magnet
instead
ones.
of cars, we just focused on trains.
Yeah, COVID's going to change that now too.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like trains, I think need to be. I wish trains were utilized more solely because like nowadays trains like I guess like not the traditional like coal-fired ones, like the diesel electric hybrid, like modern trains, are extremely efficient for like their. I mean, they get like they measure their fuel economy in gallons per mile, not miles per gallon. But it doesn't matter because they're towing like what a modern like one modern rail car has like what 125 pounds or I'm sorry, 125 tons that it can carry. And so like you have these steel wheels, steel rails, you get it moving. It takes a little while, but then it just keeps going. It's just they're hard to stop. And then you just like you use up the energy and then you just send them off.
Well, and not to mention like inner city trains as well, like Los Angeles. Like I moved here, and you know it's not the best railway system in the country, or matter of fact, the world. But I can get to like most parts of the city using the subway. That's pretty nice.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And look, we go back to Denver, right? With that whole light rail from Golden to Boulder. It's pretty much ready. Yet for some reason it's all held up because like RTD funding and that whole mess. And it's like,
oh, dude, I remember working for. Oh, dude, it's such a frustrating place.
Yeah,
it's all just bureaucracy and it moves so goddamn slow. You know, and like some nights, like not even half the trains would go out. So it's like, what the hell are we doing? Like, I don't know.
And it's also like in the most recent election, I remember looking at, and for RTD director, no one. There was no one.
Yeah, there's nobody.
No one. No one wanted that position.
Like so many people that I'm not naming any names, but so many people when I worked there, like higher ups got fired for embezzling government funds.
Oh my god.
Yo, Kendall, what would you do to fix the RTD? You should run for director next time.
Nah, I wouldn't. I don't want to touch that place with a 10-foot pole. Never again in my life. Never again, dude.
Like ask the people it serves. Like that's one thing that a lot of like public service things unfortunately don't do enough of, which I'm not like blaming them. It's just like it is hard. Like I've been a public servant for Boulder County, and like a lot of this stuff is like, I mean, survey every fucking person in the county is near impossible. So I understand it's hard, but like there needs to be more public input because it's like we're gonna make the bus system and their light rail good. Like we're gonna make it really good. So just stop right there. And it's like what does that mean? Like who is it good for? What does good mean? Like, is it fast or is it can go to a lot of places? It's a fit. Like, what do you mean? Like that it's going to be like great or whatever. And like, what makes it great is that it can serve the needs of the populace, like of the population. So like, there needs to be more like, what do you want out of the light rail? Like, what would a light rail do? Like, oh, I need to get from, Golden to Boulder. Like that's like if there's like a high demand and like a high like amount of traffic going there, it's like, well, you make a system that takes care of that, and like it becomes much more successful. Like you put bus routes where people don't need bus routes. It's like, what's the point? Like who are you helping? It's like, well, we have more routes, and it's like, yes, but like they're not
exactly. It works around there just like the military budget, right? They would try to spend as much as they fucking could so they didn't get less of a budget in the next couple of years on the next contract from the government. So they spent a lot of money on dumb shit.
There's like
Can I tell you guys a fun story?
Yeah.
They bought this huge fucking truck, massive, bigger than like my apartment building. Massive as fuck, that was able to tow trains. The thing is, it didn't fit in any train stations.
And the thing is,
so guess what? It didn't go anywhere. It was completely unused.
And that's the thing. It's not only that, but it's that times 10,000. There are like 10,000 of those like outlandish ideas that they create like every year to spend that budget.
Oh my god!
Like the amphibious vehicles that like don't work. It's just
they're like, for my department, they just be like, well, we'll get each of you your own independent fucking like water heater so your water doesn't like freeze out in the middle of winter and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know, or we just run the trains through the train wash. You fucking idiots!
And
you fucking retards! Like, how about we just use the train car wash we built years ago?
this is how fucked it was. Eisenhower warned about the MIC when he left his presidency. A former general warned about the military-industrial complex. Like, that should have, like, scared the fuck out of everyone. Instead, they're like, oh, no, we're fine.
Nothing to worry about.
Nah,
Yeah.
keep bombing people in dusty countries.
Yeah.
Bro, we sell them guns. Like, what do we like? People like we have a war to fight. It's like, okay. Let's just say that, like, first of all, it's not legitimate.
It's not even officially declared.
Like, yeah, let's just consider like that it is legitimate, but it's not. I mean, I'm just gonna like say that out there. Even if you do, the next like logical step is, okay, well, how do we stop fighting? Well, stop selling them guns. Like, why are we selling? Like, we provide like 50% of the guns in Latin America come from the U.S. It's like, yeah, like, oh yeah, they're bringing like, you know, criminals up here, and I'm like, where do you think they get weapons from? Like, where do you think that like turns these like people like gives them the means? Like, where do you think that comes from?
Yeah.
It's just it's so ridiculous because it's like we are making our own problems. I mean, it
No,
is
they
intentional.
need, you know, Kyle, they need the guns because of the crime. You don't understand.
Yeah, if crime rates are up, more guns.
I saw
it works perfect here.
Yeah, I saw this article where it's like also a lot of guns that are now getting to Latin America are because, you know, regulations are just non-existent here, that they just get them. They just drive over, they buy a gun, and then they just get them from some like redneck, you know, or like gun conventions. Yeah. Yeah,
gun conventions are nuts. I've bought a gun from a gun convention once. It's wild.
Oh, that made me think, Kendall. You gotta stop hanging out with sketchy people in me and Mario's dreams. You almost got me shot in my dream last night.
Really?
Another one?
That's another one.
This is twice in a week.
We were for some reason we were in Wyoming and we were like had to get back, and we stopped at a gas station and there was like a whole bunch of like sketchy people at like a kind of like a park like picnic table, you know, like the wooden ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were like 6 dudes there, and you just started like talking to them and hanging out with them, and then one of them like ended up like pulling out a gun. He was like waving it around like a crazy person. I'm like, yo, dude, like, don't point that at me.
Where the fuck are you and Mario getting these ideas? Sketchy people sketch me the fuck. I don't talk to sketchy people.
I know, like that's the crazy thing.
Sketchy people are like the scariest thing to me. If I'm like walking on the street and some sketchy dude's like, "Hey," I fucking ignore him. Like, where the fuck are you and Mario getting these dreams from?
I don't know.
Something Kendall would do.
You fucking assholes.
I know, it doesn't make any sense. But for some reason, like, you were just like, I'm gonna hang out with these dudes. I'm like,
I kind of thought about that the other night. I had a dream about someone I knew, and I thought about they did something that they would never do. I'm like, why did my mind put that? And I know consciously, like, I don't think they would do that. So like, why did my mind do that?
I think dreams are truly random. I really think they are. I've seen the craziest shit in my dreams because I've been dreaming really hard lately.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just the craziest shit. Like I'll never even be able to come up with when I'm awake, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So dreams are fascinating. They really are.
Absolutely.
I think, like you can come up with like really like good ideas in dreams. Like I understand like that idea of like someone like hearing a dream, like, or a song in a dream and like writing it down, like the melody or something, like, or like just like good ideas for like stories or something like that. Like,
yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Your brain's still working, you know, just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite dreams are the ones where I realize it's a dream, like midway through, like, you know, and it's like by some random thing. Yeah, like where it's like I get stabbed and I'm like, wait, I don't feel any pain. Like, oh, this is a dream.
I can do whatever I want here.
I never get that. I never get the lucid dreams. When you get it, Zaven, can you like mess with stuff? And like, do you get like?
I don't know. I usually like wake up like seconds after.
Yeah.
Once there's like
I used to practice lucid dreaming, so every time I went to sleep, I was able to do crazy shit.
Yo, when I was a kid, I would remember like I would have a few dreams where I would identify that I was dreaming, and be like, I want to wake up, but I wasn't able to wake up.
Oh,
it was like kind of scary.
In this dream,
huh?
Have you ever had sleep paralysis before?
No.
Once.
No, I don't.
Once.
Think so.
Yeah.
I had like a weird thing that happened to me where like I thought that I was dreaming and then I woke up and then I was still in a dream, and it happened like a few times. Is that? I don't know.
I've had that before, but I like experienced sleep paralysis like in college, and then like I still like, I mean, I wouldn't say like I would say like infrequently, but it still happens. Like I experience sleep paralysis, and dude, it used to be like the most terrifying thing on earth. Like you feel like you feel like a vegetable because you're like, there's nothing I can do. I can't talk. I can't move. But like I'm completely aware that I'm here. But now I've like made techniques to identify like what's happening, and then I'm like, okay, I'm like more comfortable, and then it's just like I just have like a pattern in my head that I like try and like, okay, we're gonna try and like wiggle certain parts, and eventually I always wake up out of it. But you know, it's like one of the most terrifying things. It's
no, speaking of terrifying, the one time that it happened, I was drunk. So like I woke up and I was like starting to sober up, but I was still drunk. That I was really worried because it was paralysis, and I was like rolled over. I was like laying down flat. So like if I had to puke, I don't think I consciously knew I would have had to puke, but I don't know if I had to like if I could roll over. So it was like I was getting like really paranoid about that. But drunk.
On the topic of dreams, I keep my old dream journals. If you guys want to hear any weird ones I used to have.
Yeah, throw us some gems.
All right. So my friend Dean and his girlfriend were leaving my house, and it was like snowing like crazy. But they each drove in separate cars, Nissan Xteras. They asked my advice on how to drive in the snow, and then his girlfriend said, "I can't drive up hills. My mechanic told me not to." So that was just a weird one. I
drive up hills.
Dreams are fucking weird, dude. An older lady tried to have me buy her premium Snapchat, like an 80-year-old woman.
Oh my god!
Wait, Kendall, I just like the fact that you like remember the duo Nissan Xteras. Funny.
Well, yeah, because if you wake up, you remember your dreams, and so you like wake up. So you keep it right next to your head, and you wake up, and you just write that shit down.
Right. Yeah.
So like, I don't remember this at all, like right now.
It's like stream of consciousness, just like
Yeah. I was eating gelato with all my cousins and siblings. I bought ice cream for my little sister, and I started looking for deals for my young cousins, like deals on ice cream. I don't know. Nice. Indian music was playing in this fairly large ice cream shop. Trump started Space Force in Boulder.
Hell yeah.
No, isn't Space Force in Colorado?
They moved it to Alabama.
Yeah, I think so. It? I went to Walmart with Micah to buy motorcycle gear. Huh. We both wanted to drop we both wanted to drop our money on video games instead. On the drive to Walmart, above Walmart was a giant exclamation point like in a video game.
Yeah. Can I that made me think of a story at Walmart.
Me and Mario playing chess and being super critical of tables.
Mario, fuck tables. I can't imagine Mario playing chess. Does he play chess?
Yeah, right. Take his pawn and yell.
That reminded me of a story, Kendall, when you mentioned Walmart. So it was like me, Kaio, and Mario went to Walmart, like it was in high school or something. And then Kaio like splits off to look for something. And there's like in the middle of the aisle, there's like those massive things of like pillows, you know, with kind of like the shape. And I don't know, either me or Mario was like, oh, we should like prank Kaio with one of us hiding there. So I like hid in the pillows. And Mario goes to like get Kaio, and as soon as Mario leaves, like an employee comes up and like starts like ruffling the pillows, trying to like fix it, and I'm like sitting in there just trying to be as like still as possible because I'm just hoping they don't notice me, and they're literally like within like 2 feet, but I'm just covered in pillows, and it was
in high school.
Yeah, and I was like terrified. I'm like if they notice me, like they're gonna flip the fuck out. Like, imagine if you were just like trying to like fix the pillows at work, and then you just like see like a fucking like face or a leg in there. And I think Mario's just like watching it happen. And
that's hilarious that you guys did that because me and Dean did that in high school.
Yeah, that was a crazy experience for me.
Hidden pillows.
Did like he get caught almost? That's cool though.
No, he didn't. But like he like bursted out, and like other people in the aisles were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'd be like panicking, dude. I'd be straight up panicking.
I was just they didn't notice me, man. But like if they did, like I'm just like, what is this situation now?
Sir, you need to. Sir, this is a Walmart. You need to leave.
Yeah, they probably kick me out, but like I wonder, like, would the person freak out?
You probably like startle the hell out of them because they're not expecting that. But I mean, honestly,
I wonder, like,
they get paid too little for that.
what would I do? I wonder if I just like fucking run.
I mean,
I knew a guy.
You just be they probably like imagine they just like remove the pillow and it's just like your face.
Hi there.
I knew a guy who got sent to
Just
juvie.
hey.
He stole a candy bar from King Supers.
He went to juvie for a candy bar.
Yeah,
pretty harsh.
Yeah, he grabbed like I don't know. He was like on a shoplifting kick. You know,
like
late
kids do.
middle school age, right? Like stealing that. Some King Supers employee catches him. He bolts. Dude outruns him, grabs him. They call the cops. Send him to juvie.
Probably
shoplift.
I was like, for a candy bar, like that's
shoplifting is like, yeah, people take it like pretty seriously.
yeah.
It's a big deal.
Oh, it sucks. It's such a pain in the ass now to like go buy computer duster from like Staples.
Oh
like
yeah.
I went in and like they're like they have the same shelf it's always on, and it was just completely cleared out. And I'm like, damn, dude, I guess COVID is like, susceptible to fucking compressed air now because like, yeah, like they're flying off the shelves. And I asked the people, and they're like, oh yeah, man, we got a whole bunch of them. And I was like, yo, you got none on the shelves. Like, fuck you mean you got a whole bunch of them? I was like, what? You guys are false advertising. And then they just have crates of it behind the register. And I was like, any special reason? They're like, yeah. Like I asked, like, oh, do you need a CID? Like I've done that before. And they're like, oh no, we don't need a CID. We just like kids steal them like all the time. And I'm like, wow, like this is this is still happening. Like really?
You live in Colorado. You can live in Colorado. Like you can, even if you're a kid, you can find weed. Like why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like why would you do that? It's just so bad for you.
It's like their most stolen item, and then
it has the bittering agent in there too, right? So like people still deal with it. Like
fucked up.
I would never like have aerosol.
So bad for you. It'll just kill you. Like it can just like kill you, like just instant.
Yeah.
Poor man's whip it, dude.
Yeah, like it's so bonkers. So it's so bonkers to me.
Trying to clean those processors in there,
Yeah, exactly. gotta dedust.
Trying to get that CPU going. Yeah.
Up your nose, dude.
Oh god, no! It take like I've sprayed it. Oh yeah, I don't even get the whole Sharpie high thing. I don't get that. I don't understand it.
Do you think
it's like me?
But like, never gotten proper. Like I've never ever.
I've definitely like. Have you guys like ever like done crafts with that super strong glue in like a not well ventilated environment?
Yeah.
I've definitely gotten like lightheaded from that, and you're like a little like. Just feel like a little weird. Like.
No, even like I remember like elementary school when like everyone had the dry erase or the Sharpies or like that. Like everyone busts those open the entire room.
Oh yeah, it'll start stinking.
Rubber glue is like pretty intense. I like rubber glue. It's useful.
Hot glue. Yeah.
I need hot glue, man. I need more hot glue because I need to hot glue some stuff, and I've needed it. I've like never needed it like a lot. So it's like there's no point in getting it. But like I run into a couple of issues where like hot glue would have definitely like been the answer. I just haven't had it. So I think I'm gonna full send on like a little glue gun.
You can get them really cheap.
Yeah,
probably like $15 kit or something. Yeah. Do you think there's any children's toy that parents hate as much as Silly Putty? Just
there's gotta be one.
Have you ever gotten Silly Putty on the carpet? I put Silly Putty on the carpet as a kid. Shit's bad. It just fucks it up. Like it's unsalvageable.
What about moon sand?
Moon sand. What's that one?
You can vacuum moon sand.
Yeah, like
it's like that kinetic sand.
Oh, that's not as bad. Yeah, you can vacuum it.
Little glass beads are tiny glass beads that are held together via static.
Oh, that's cool. That's definitely not as bad.
It's really cool how it works. But no, Micah, I'm gonna change your life right now, okay? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter? Worse than it fixes Silly Putty on the carpet?
Gum in your hair or Silly Putty in your hair. Like I knew this trick worked for gum, and I fell asleep once on the couch and I was playing with Silly Putty because that was like one of my favorite toys. And I fell asleep and I got it on my head on the couch. And I remember I was like, oh, my mom's gonna fucking kill me. Like, I'm gonna die. And so I went and I was like, oh wait, like I know it works for gum. And yeah, you just take a glob of peanut butter and like rub it in and like exfoliate. Like it's fucking weird. But then it just sort of like, you know that feel when you try and like stick like wall putty to something, it just won't stick. It just like falls off. Like it just won't stick at all.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like it just like becomes like it becomes like
the adhesive is like affected.
Yeah, it's like when you put like water on like an oil pan or something like that, and it just like rolls on the top or whatever. It like it just separates it, and I mean that like it
Now you
got in
gotta
my
clean.
hair.
I guess I'd rather clean peanut butter off of the carpet.
You can clean peanut butter off with water.
Yeah.
And so my hair was fine because you just shower. But then with the couch cushion, pull it off and then just use a carpet cleaner on it, scrub it back, like and then like you know like the carpet cleaner heat washer thing, like the heat vacuum spray
I need
washer
one of
thing.
those, dude.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
I've lived in this place for like 3 years now with these carpets, and like we vacuum, but like it doesn't do everything. Like it needs to be carpet cleaned.
Oh yeah. Dude. This place is from the 70s. Like I vacuum and I try so hard. It looks the exact same.
You have
it's
shag
like,
carpet?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's just done. Yep. It looks the exact same.
Yeah, mine's from the 70s too. I think they need to redo the floors in this place. Honestly, that's the only solution.
Yeah, I love carpet. In bedrooms, I can't stand carpet anywhere else. It's hard to clean. Yep. But in bedrooms, dude, I don't like hardwood floors in my bedroom. Nothing sucks more than standing up after like a cold night and then your feet just touch the hardwood floor and you're like,
Yeah.
But that's just a me thing. But I mean, I have to vacuum my room like every week. I vacuum it like every week religiously, and it's still like, I mean, carpet's just hard as fuck to clean. You'd have to get out the carpet cleaner.
It's fine right now, but this place is all carpet. When we hit the summer in LA, this thing is a sauna. Just the carpet retains so much heat. It just, and for the up until like late summer last year, I didn't have AC.
Yeah.
And so there'd be these horrible heat waves, and I couldn't open my windows because it would just make it worse.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Stuffy's fuck, dude.
Yeah, like literally anything I think in LA made past like 90s, any like apartment building, it's not carpet. It's just hardwood floor because it is like a tinder box.
Yeah. You gotta put like plastic mats down on your carpet during the summer or something.
Yeah.
Walk on tarps.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wish that like my carpet's like super duper stained because like I live in like an old arts and crafts room. So it's just like heavy stained with like paints and stuff, and like just like I mean when I like moved in, I took like my old roommate's carpet cleaner and just pulled everything out of the room, and I just like 2 days I was like, I'm not moving. Like I put shit in the garage, man. And I just went and slept on a couch and just like thorough went through like almost like 20 gallons of water and then 2 whole bottles of like carpet cleaner. I was like, and like it's still like it's way better than it was, way better. But I mean, you can still see stains. Like there's only so much like that. It's just discoloration now.
After this lease, when me and Dolph are gonna live with my parents for a little bit, I'm gonna redo over the summer, like redo the carpet in the basement. It's just same thing, just really old, just been messed up by tons of animals and stuff. So I'm just gonna like redo it all.
Oh yeah, animals do it.
Yeah, that's
also. Did you fellas hear? Not to change the subject super hard, but did you guys hear about the plot to breach the Capitol tomorrow?
Hell yeah, brother! What on earth?
Was it?
No, I did hear though. For the State of the Union next year, there was a supposed planned bombing.
Oh,
wow!
And this recent, yeah.
So right now, police are like preparing for like a possible militia tomorrow.
Is there something political happening tomorrow?
No. But what's happened is that no Congress members are going tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So they get the day off.
They've already been. Yeah, they're getting the day off tomorrow.
Wait, that's crazy that just like anyone can just be like, oh yeah, we don't want You want to shut down Congress? It's like, let's say we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty crazy that they can just like shut down the U.S. government like that.
Oh,
I don't know, dude. Political violence is getting wild.
Crazy? The fact that Congress gets raided and then they can't send the National Guard the day of because the president's like, I don't want them there.
You're good people.
They don't.
Yeah, he loved them.
Like,
I love you guys. You did great.
I love you very much.
You're telling me we spend this much on the military and they just get in like that, and then the National Guard isn't there within like 15 minutes?
Yeah, like
rolling in. What the
Why do we
fuck,
call
right?
them
No,
the
I never really thought
National
about
Guard?
that.
For if poor people are protesting,
Because fuck Democrats.
or if people of color are protesting, that's what the National Guard's for.
Yeah, they were killing the right people, Zaven.
Yeah, clearly.
They're trying to kill the right people.
Zaven, the National Guard is for suppressing peaceful protests, okay?
Right.
If you're invading the Capitol, that's not what they're there for.
Yeah, keeping the poor in line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. No, that's what it is, man. They got another place.
Yep.
It's appalling. It's crazy how like the response can be so quick during like inner city riots or any kind of like protest.
When the BLM stuff was happening here, when Trump called it on Hollywood, there was a soldier in a Humvee every block on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, like it was insane. It was
yeah.
It's
when those protesters were gassed in front of that church for the photo op. That was the National Guard. That was the National Guard that did that.
Yeah, see, they're good at something.
Bad look, man.
Portland was awesome.
Fucking
Trump, I'm glad Trump's not running the country anymore. You know, I don't want presidents playing favoritism, I guess, but
yeah, but
I don't know. It's just like we can so easily get someone smarter and more evil than Trump, dude.
Yeah, I think Biden's setting them up for like.
Trump was the experiment, baby. That's like Trump.
Trump is only a symptom of the problem.
I truly think Biden's gonna like set him up for like the next like fascist to come in easily.
He's
folding on everything. Like all of his like claims already. Like he's folding on everything.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is really appalling. Like like how he is folding on everything, and it's like, dude, like okay, like whatever. We get you don't care very much, but you have to understand that like the bigger issue isn't like. I mean, well, the bigger issue is you're not helping like millions of Americans who voted on you with like this kind of confidence, but also like when you don't do anything, then like everyone who like switched over or like voted John because like, oh yeah, we need change, whatever, or like they're just gonna be like, well, yeah, you're just a liar, like you just didn't do that, and then they're gonna vote for the next nationalist who's like, I love America, America first, America, greatest country on earth, and then I mean, that it's the same thing. It's not new. Like this happens like every decade.
This guy has the audacity to have a bust of FDR's head on his desk. Oof. Like he thinks of himself like FDR. FDR got through sweeping legislation in his first week. Yet the American
FDR got shot.
Not even passed yet. Yeah.
Yeah, FDR got shot and kept doing his speech. That's how badass he is. Trump struggles to drink a glass of water.
Biden looks
Biden's a shambling corpse.
Yeah.
Biden's also pretty weak.
They're so old. No, and then Trump's talking about running again, and he's gonna be so. It's like, yo, that y'all are so fucking old.
Trump doesn't have that many years in him left, man. With the way he lives.
Neither of them do. I mean, at that age, like once you're like,
what about Bernie Sanders though?
Bernie Sanders should not run again. No, he's too fucking old.
Bernie.
I'll still vote for him. I bet.
No.
Vote for him.
He's too fucking old. No, I wouldn't. He's too old.
Okay,
no, I don't care.
What about his VP though? What about his VP though?
But Micah, the very specific example. I don't think Bernie will run for president again. 82. No, but I want him to keep being senator. Because goddamn, like
he's the only man who fights for us.
He's gonna demand a vote for the minimum wage when no one else. He's doing amazing stuff right now.
I love Bernie. Yeah, but I still, dude, I want a president under 80 years old.
No, I agree. I think
I want 80. I want a president in his 40s.
Presidency. That ship has sailed. Yeah,
dude, I think I've like sent it on like the we need to get a young. I mean, straight up. I mean, yeah, we need to get like a young leftist in the race. Like not like a Democrat. Like, I mean, Democrats just neoliberals. They're just rich still. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we need like a real progressive.
Yeah, a real progressive. Someone who wants actual change for once. It's all status quo shit now.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm on like, I think I'm gonna stand AOC for nomination, dude.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Bring me an AOC presidency, dude.
I think she's the only one as of right now.
She's the next Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she cares about the working class. Like, that's the thing. Like, she actually
was working class, you know.
She cares, and also she has the balls to fight. You know, like.
Yeah, dude.
Democrats are spineless. Yeah. Democrats are spineless, dude.
I'm really glad that Bernie is saying that he's gonna fight to like make them either like say if you make everyone put it on the table if they're yay or nay.
Yeah,
you have to. Yeah.
I like Joe Manchin. Like, I don't think he's like that scary.
No, that's the thing. It's they're pathetic. Here to the Republicans, to their credit, at least they can fall in line. They might hate Trump deep down, but they fall in line. They get done what he wants. The Democrats are they're a candle in the wind. Oh yeah, we'll do this. Actually, I'm having second thoughts. I don't think I want to do that. I'll do a $12 minimum wage. Like, they need to get together. They have Congress, they have Senate, they have the presidency. What the fuck are they doing?
They're not going to do anything again. And they're
nothing. Because Democrats don't do shit.
They're they're graceful losers, and they still lose when they win.
Graceful losers.
Yeah.
At least we don't
like, dude, you know what's like something I was like I had a phone call with my grandma, but and we were talking about like the healthcare plan. Like the fact that for Obama, like with Obamacare, Obama picked Mitt Romney's healthcare plan, and still no Republican voted for it, and they passed it, and the Republicans were all mad that they passed Mitt Romney's healthcare bill. And then I'm just sitting there like, why the fuck didn't Obama just pass his healthcare bill if no Republicans were going to vote for it, and they were going to have outrage either way?
Well,
like, why would you when you have the power? Why would you do what they want?
Biden's like, we're gonna appeal to the right. We're gonna appeal to the Republicans.
Yeah,
not a single one of them voted for it. Not a single one of them.
Yeah, they're not bipartisan. Yeah, you know, Mitch McConnell bitches about the Democrats not being bipartisan, but the Republicans, the last 4 years, the Republicans did everything partisan. They did everything down to the line. They just ran over. Yeah. But then as soon as we're not partisan, they're just like,
but that's how the game works.
But cinema Manchin. No, we can't be doing that.
Tolerant left, baby. Tolerant left.
Also, like, what's funny about that is like literally like, why don't if they got rid of the filibuster, Manchin and Sinema would be the two most powerful people in Congress.
Yeah.
Without the filibuster, they have the power. It's like, why wouldn't you want? Like, it's just like. They just don't, but that's like part of the balance. It's like, I think the Democrats kind of like the Republicans having a little more power.
Yeah,
because it's like we're gonna fight.
They like the power dynamic.
Yeah, and that's what they run against. It's just.
Hope they like rising sea levels and storms in literally every part of the country in the next few years. Hope they like that too.
Dude, all the Texans, all the Texan politicians who are like, see what happens when we have the Green New Deal energy infrastructure. Like, we can't.
That's so funny.
There is no Green New Deal. There, like, it's never been passed. There is no Green New Deal.
It doesn't exist.
They want to pass it, but
the same as the Joe Biden's America with like the footage of like Trump's America. That shit was so funny.
I know, yeah. It's like, this is Joe Biden. This is Trump's America pre-Biden. But more importantly, it's just like, dude, this has nothing to do with like let's talk about the fact that you privatized your entire grid.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and now they're just charging people exorbitant amounts of money. It's like, nope, because the government will take advantage of us. So we have private companies do the heroic thing and do what the government can't do. And there's a national emergency, and now you're charging thousands of dollars for energy bills.
Or the fact, the fact that the few people that had power in that storm are being charged tens of thousands of dollars. Like, that's fucking.
That's why you don't buy electricity wholesale.
No.
Yeah. It's
why you don't do that.
like I don't get it, because it's like they're privatizing it, and it's just like this allure of like, oh well, I don't know, it seems like it's like government owned. I don't know. No, it's not. It's just like it's like, oh, it's our own grid. It's like, no, people own it.
Fucking Texas still has that rainy day fund.
For what?
Just for emergencies, but they never dip into it. They didn't dip into it for the last hurricane either.
They have a rainy day fund for emergencies?
When they try to annex,
yeah.
When they try to set up their own country, the day they decide to do it.
Yeah, dude, if they do that, they're gonna be fucked.
Well, let me actually get I want to make sure I don't say anything that's
it's up for incorrect. We have a chatter right now, Gunblade. It's up for vote in Texas of becoming their seceding. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, they do this every few years, and then it always fails. Always fails. Yeah.
Well, so yes, there's actually there actually are there are guidelines for secession in the Constitution, and so people like everyone just goes to civil war, and I'm like, yes, technically it was unconstitutional, but in the United States, people try to mainly Texas tries to figure out who's it gonna can we do it? Some people say it's constitutional right, or that it's part of the right of revolution. But I'm pretty sure that it is you are allowed to secede. However, it needs to be voted on by Congress. So if you want to secede, you can petition for secession. It's part of the right of revolution. But
Senators versus 98. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's okay, man. You need to get you need to have Congress vote on it. And it's if they say no, it's well, fuck you. We're gonna do it. It's okay, well, we can't. Sorry about that.
Guess who we got pointed the military at? Guess who we
No.
For what?
Just for when they secede. It's over. It's over.
I mean, I mean, if Texas secedes, then cool, but we'll put another state. We'll finally I don't know, make DC a state, or fucking dude. I don't. Why haven't we made our inhabited territories in DC? There's already a 56-star flag.
Oh,
it looks cool.
Kyle, you know the answer, because then the Republicans would never pass a single thing in the Senate. Never again.
The majority of Americans aren't, first of all, Republican, but the disparity isn't it's 55-45. No, it's way bigger, bro. The US, the voices of the red and blue, I'm it's way more blue in this country than not, because Democrats aren't even left wing. They're just centrist.
Right.
More left than Republicans, but not by.
Well, Republicans were that center for a while as well. The Romney Obama thing, that pretty much
those two
center
were
left, center right.
Yeah, they were pretty close.
Ideological wiggle room there, Trump made it super right again.
Yeah.
And the Tea Party, but yeah.
No, I ain't the Tea Party anymore. It's the Proud Boys.
Oh yeah, it's the Proud Boy Trump Party now. Yeah.
Bro, it's so hard for me to fathom how people just get behind it. I'm dude, you just need to look at their track record and the stuff that it's you just gotta do a Google, please. I went and looked up the list of left-wing terrorist attacks in the US, and the most recent one was 2017. Was the shooting at the baseball game?
Yeah.
Senator got shot in the butt, whatever. No fatalities, and the guy was killed by the police. And the one most recent one before that was in 1983.
Shit.
It's it doesn't happen, dude. What? It's not this crazy Antifa thing. Dude, it's the right that does all these terrorist things. What are you talking about? I don't know. For me, it's just goofy how people talk about the extreme left. There is no extreme left. Where are the Marxists? Where are they? Where they don't exist.
They're on Twitter.
They exist, but yeah, very small numbers. Yep.
Yeah, they're all on Twitter.
In terms of people who like have power or any kind of authority, it's like,
Right.
Yeah,
no,
no,
dude,
like the idea that America's going communist is like the silliest thing in the world.
yeah.
Hey, it works. It works well with the uneducated, though.
Yeah.
Works well with the misinformed.
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it here because I need to go to sleep. Thank you, Zaven. Is there anything you want to like shout out?
No, not at the moment.
Oh,
I got
Gunblade about the Dr. Seuss books.
personal projects.
nice.
Probably coming sometime 2022. Well, not personal project, but I'll be a part of something. So
Sick.
keep my name in your heads, viewers. But thank you guys so much for
all right.
having me on.
Thank you. AllChatPod episode
Thanks for coming.
19.